What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Jeremy and myself are out game hunting. We're up near Jacksonville. We went to a Korn concert, and you'll probably be viewing this many days after we're up here. But we're doing a little game hunting at this flea market we found on the side of the road. It's called the Waldo Flea Market. We've not found Waldo yet, unfortunately, but did find a nice little score so far. A few games. Let's stop under this tree where it's nice and shady. We got Resident Evil Outbreak complete, split second on the 360, and disc only, and like a obviously rental case for Zelda 4 Swords. That was $10 for the 3, and then a fat PS2. That PS2 down there was $10. Not bad. They got all his games were $5, but a lot of them were like scratch. So, anyways, we're gonna keep going. A little random. A baboon in a cage. It's only $1,500. I'll pick that up for sure. We are like out in the middle of nowhere, but I am a little surprised by like the 47 booths that are selling nothing but knives. That's like the #1 thing that's at this flea market. But I wanted to ask real quick, Jeremy, did you have fun at the concert?
It was fucking awesome.
We had a good time. We watched Korn with Marilyn Manson touching our
Marilyn
ass.
Manson kept bumping into me.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
His girlfriend was like, they were both a little wasted and they were touching her.
And Chris Jericho was standing next to me for like 2 minutes.
That's right, Chris Jericho was there. We saw his butt crack and tramp stamp. Yeah. It was a fun concert. Well, we've wandered all the way around the fabulous Waldo flea market. I also picked up for $1 a copy of Sims 3 Pets on the PS3, and then he grabbed for $1 Howl's Moving Castle, a Studio Ghibli film. Awesome if you're a fan of Studio Ghibli, like My Neighbor Totoro or Princess Mononoke. It's a really good one. I told him for $1, definitely pick that up because it's definitely worth it. And it's a great movie. You will enjoy it.
I will.
Yes. There is some other clips I'm definitely going to throw into this video, things I got earlier in the week, some awesome box systems, and we're still on our way home. We have like a 2.5-hour drive, so if we stop at any more pawn shops or thrift stores, you'll see it. Today is like old school, the Game Chasers style game hunting, because I mean, right on the side of this dusty little highway, checked out this little antique shop. Has a good mix of stuff. Like we were like, it's just gonna have old lamps or some shit. But no, I mean, they had all types of stuff. Show what you got first.
Yeah, this for $5. This original Sonic with his original tag still attached.
Really good condition, also. And then I got 4 games for $30. We have Minish Cap, Game Boy Advance, Zelda DX, Penguin Wars, a little obscure there, and Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. 30 for all of them, so like $10 a piece for the Zeldas, and then $5 each on the other two. Good little hunting today.
Yeah.
Having fun. Hey, I'm back home now. It's actually been a few days since I filmed those clips. Those are the only 2 places we hit up on the way home. The Waldo Flea Market and that random antique store. But I actually have a lot of other stuff to show you guys. Didn't do a lot of game hunting this week, but I ended up picking up a lot of stuff from other YouTubers and some people through the Facebook fan page. So I'll get to that in a moment. First off, I guess we'll just go ahead and do the random game giveaway announcement. I don't have a Jeremy on Skype to help me, and all the cats are asleep because it's after midnight. So I'm just going to do the drum roll myself. The winner of this week's random game on whatever system they want is XGenetics97. Confusing name, but congratulations. Just send me a personal message either here on the YouTube channel or through the Facebook fan page. The link to the fan page is in the About section down below. Just let me know what system you want the random game to be for and your shipping information, and I'll have that game mailed off to you quickly. And guess what? There is another game giveaway for this week. Now, I know this video is up technically 3 days later than normal because I was out of town at that concert. It usually would have been up on Sunday, but it's going to be up on Wednesday. So this week, you only got 3 days. You only have 3 days to enter the game giveaway. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It ends at Friday midnight Eastern Standard Time. All you have to do to enter is be subscribed, thumbs up this video, and leave a comment down below. Comment can be about whatever, but the suggestion this week is what things like annoy you, sounds, a habit that someone does, or what just, bothers you. For me, the reason why I came up with this is when I was sliding over the stand that my camera goes on, it was scraping across like the carpet, and it just made this horrible, like, weird sound and feel through the stand, and it was like kind of like nails on a chalkboard, but even worse. And I also hate when sharp objects are anywhere even close to my eye. They can be like 2 feet away, and if they're pointing at me, I think they're going to stab me in the eye, and it bugs me. But anyways, that's your suggestion. You don't have to, answer that. You can let me know what you got this week, whatever. Just be subscribed, thumbs up this video, and leave a comment down below, and you're entered for the random game giveaway. As always, the winner is announced in the following pickups video, or the next pickups video. On to the stuffs that I got, besides what you've already seen in this video. I have a little list for different people that I got stuff from so I could keep track. First up, I did a trade with a fella named Anthony, and I've been speaking with him through Facebook for months, just shooting the shit. And he works, I'm going to get this all wrong, so I apologize, Anthony, but try to be as correct as possible. He works like at a thrift store, I believe. Basically a donation center. A lot of stuff comes in, and a lot of the people that are volunteering, I guess, to work there are older, and they don't know much about electronics or video games. So, unfortunately, a lot of that stuff gets thrown away. And since he's been there, he's been trying to save stuff out of the trash can, and he's gotten some decent things. These are a few of the items that he saved. A PS4 controller, surprisingly. Granted, the analog stick over here is wearing out, like you can see the rubber on it. The controller works fine, it's just the first wave of PS4 controllers, a lot of them seem to fall apart on the analog sticks. Also, a copy of Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64, and a Game Boy Advance SP, just a 001 model. No charger, but it does work. He got all that stuff for free. We ended up doing a trade, so thank you very, very much, Anthony. Keep getting free crap. That's pretty awesome. And it's good that you're saving the stuff from getting tossed out and being destroyed. Next, let's see. We have Dylan. This was just a purchase. Now, I sometimes don't mention prices because I'm not 100% sure if the person wanted me to. Either we didn't talk about it if they cared or whatever. Dylan, I did not ask, so I'm not going to say. Basically, I'll say it was a really good deal. But I got a PSP, an original PSP. This is in actually pretty damn decent shape. The screen only has a few little marks on it. It has like a third-party charger to it. And another Game Boy Advance SP. This one is a 101 model. It's the light blue. And there was a copy of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga in there. And a UMD only of Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. I actually didn't even know I was going to get this. This was just in the PSP, so thank you for throwing that in, Dylan. This came from Pete. There's another person I talk to quite often. He got a bunch of he just got a bunch of boxes for like N64. I think there was some Super Nintendo ones in there. And I said, I have been looking for the damn box for Star Fox 64 forever, and I can't find it. It's one of those, big boxes. It's not the normal size because this came with the Rumble Pack. And he says, you know what, man, if you want it, you can have it. It's fine. I'm like, for free? He's like, yeah. So thank you very much, Pete. This was for free. I already had the game. I already had the manual, and I had a Rumble Pack. It did have a little advert insert in there that I didn't have, so that came inside the box. So again, thank you very much, Pete. Always happy to get mint boxes for my game collection. Next, I have a really big box full of stuff. I got all this from a guy named B. He contacted me saying, basically at first he was just like, I got a bunch of stuff that I'm looking to sell, and I was like, maybe I'd be interested. You got any pictures? And I'm expecting maybe 1 or 2 photos. He sends me a bunch of photos with just a ton of games. This isn't even a speck of what he actually had. But I went through, I was like, hey, is any of this stuff still available? Some of it wasn't. But I ended up getting, everything in this box ended up being about $5 a piece. Some things a little less, some things a little more. But a lot of really good quality things and some oddball items in here. I'm going to go through it real quick because there's like 50 games and 9 systems. We got Quake on the 64, Gumshoe, which is actually, I surprisingly did not have this. It's a light gun game, light gun series game. There we go. Actually kind of interesting. You have to shoot the guy to make him jump. We have Solar Jetman. This is like a mint copy of it. I'm actually going to see if it's in better condition than mine. That came with the manual. Monster Hunter Freedom 2. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 7. Samurai Warriors 2 Empires. We have, this is going to be completely random, some DS systems. We have Crimson DS Lite, a DSi, a pink one. I actually don't have this color. Pretty sure I don't, and if I do, this one's in really nice shape, so it's probably better than mine. We have another Crimson DS Lite, Mario Kart, New Super Mario Bros., Super Mario 64, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. When I do pick up videos, I always try to think, man, if I was watching this, would someone be getting bored at this point? And at this point, I would think that, you know, if I'd be getting a little bored, he's just naming off things. So I at least try to throw in every once in a while, like a description about a game or a certain type, you know, like that I really enjoy. I love the RPGs that came out on the PSP. And Generation of Chaos is not one of the more well-known ones, or one that, you know, did really well or got great reviews, but it is an interesting title. It has voice acting, like full voice acting for the characters. It's massive, like, combats where you can do like 30 on 30 battles. So it's a unique little RPG for the PSP, so maybe check it out if you haven't. There's tons of great RPGs on the PSP. Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. Not that bad of a Assassin's Creed game for not being a main console title. I just did that. That was kind of weird. Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII. Dragon Ball Z, Shin Budokai, Another Road. We have sort of like a Monster Hunter clone game, God's Eater Burst. Wipeout Pulse. I used to play the Wipeout series. I think the first time I played it was on the original PlayStation, and the friggin' trippy techno music to it was so amazing. I've actually never played Wipeout Pulse on the PSP, and I'm not really a big racing game fan, like I don't collect them or anything, but I might have to give that a playthrough just for how amazing the music was, at least when I was a kid, and I thought techno music was amazing, I guess. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, SOCOM US Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo 2. I basically said, just give me all of the PSP games, because he had a whole stack of them. There was only a couple in the stack that weren't amazing, you know, great titles, but I was just like, hey, I'll take all the PSP games. They don't really sell for, they don't sell very quickly or sell for very much. Like, honestly, I really price them normally around like $5 to $8 for most PSP games, and they usually sit there for quite a while. But at around $5 or a little less than $5 a piece, that these were worth it. Street Fighter Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max. Freaking these game titles. Fat Princess, A Fistful of Cake. This is definitely a really quirky title if you never played that one. It was a downloadable title as well, and then they released on the PSP, and I actually think there might have been one other release. Can't think of it right now. Here's one of the other oddball ones that's not really anything amazing. The Hustle, Detroit Streets. You can play some pool, and it's actually rated T for blood, language, simulated gambling, and violence. So it's a violent pool game. Rainbow Six Vegas, Phantasy Star Portable, Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai. I think that's all for the PSP. Armored Core 2 Another Age, Family Guy the video game, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. There was one small confusion. This was not actually one I was supposed to get, Kingdom Hearts 2. I actually was supposed to get an N64 game, but honestly it was sort of like an equal value kind of deal, so I was like, whatever, free Kingdom Hearts game. Or not free, but, you know, Kingdom Hearts game, that's alright. Kingdom Hearts Rechains of Memory. I actually haven't come across this one too often, it's usually just one or two. Metroid Prime, Mega Man Anniversary Collection. We got Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, Mario Kart Double Dash, Star Fox Adventure, some really solid GameCube games. Mario Superstar Baseball, Metroid Prime 2, Echoes, Mario Party 4, a bag full of chargers. Trying to get through because there's a lot in this box. Two of the cleanest copies of Pokemon Stadium games I've ever seen. The first one and the second one, both really, really nice. No one even wrote their name ever in there, so that was cool. Shadow Man, Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64. A lot of these, there's really not much interesting to tell you about them because you probably already know. Primal Rage, Mortal Kombat, Super R-Type. One thing I have been doing a lot recently is I have been going through all of my personal NES and Super Nintendo games and trying to play them all. Ones I've either never played or ones I've never really gotten very far in. I'm trying to put in a lot of time playing these. And I've probably played about 50 or 60 games in the last couple weeks. So I haven't really played anything new. I've been playing all retro stuff. And I've been playing a ton of shmups. Super R-Type being a pretty decent one. But I probably played like half of the games I played were all shmups. Snake Rattle and Roll, Blaster Master, one game that every NES fan, collector, or just whatever game player should always try out and play. Great mix of gameplay styles in that game. Rayman 2, Star Fox 64, Castlevania 64, and then all that's left is a few random handhelds. There are 2 of these, of the Indigo ones in the box. There is one Glacier. There's a really nice condition purple Game Boy Color, and a white DS, and a silver SP. So all of that, like I said, ended up breaking down to about $5 an item, give or take. So thank you very much, B. That was an awesome deal. And it's been a while since I've done like a purchase like that online where I've gotten like a whole box full of random stuff for like a bulk deal. So thank you very much. That was awesome. And last but not least, a few things that I picked up from my collection this past week, or week and a half. From one of my local video game stores, M&M Games. They always give me good deals and hook me up. I actually went in and traded a bunch of stuff in and then paid a bit of cash, and I picked up a really nice condition Model 1 Lynx, and this also came with the original power cable for it, so that was really cool. And then it also had a copy of Kung Fu in there as well. Not one of the best games for the Atari Lynx, but there's really not a whole lot of decent games on that system. And then a complete in box Model 2 Sega CD. God damn it, go in there. Anyway, this, I actually did not have a second model Sega CD. Every time I've ever come across one, it is never complete. It never has either a cable, or it never has like the extra little tray pieces or whatever. So I've always passed on it. I have my Sega CDX, and I've had that for a long time, and I've played games on that. But when they got this in, like, there's still parts in here that are still like technically sealed in the plastic, like they have never been taken out. So very mint condition copy, even has like the paperwork in there. So happy to grab that. Total cash I had to pay. I ended up paying $100 cash, and the rest was trade cred. So even in the sense of a lot of the stuff I got from garage sales that I traded in, $50 cash each, and then maybe in the sense of what I paid at the garage sale, maybe another like $25, $30 or so. So I thought that was a pretty solid deal for those two, and how good of condition they're in. As you can see, this huge box behind me, I'm not even going to lift it up right now. This I got from my friend G.I. Joe Tony. It's a complete in box Sega Scope 3D Master System set. Everything is in there. The only thing that was missing was the game, but I ended up getting the game from Josh, the Missile Defense 3D. It's a really inexpensive game. Paid $5 for it, complete in box. Then, what else did we get? It's over on that shelf, I forgot, but I picked up a copy of, what was it? Double Dragon 5 on the Super Nintendo for $1 at Salvation Army. It was like the one game, random out in the wild game find I had locally this past week. And that reminded me that I did not have Super Double Dragon for my collection. So I was sort of like, it was one of those where I was like, God damn it, I thought I had that. I'm going to buy it like right now because I really want to play it. So I bought it, and then me and Jeremy played a bunch of it, and then me and Katie played a bunch of it, and I played it myself. So I've been jamming on Super Double Dragon quite a bit for the past few days now. And then all that really remains is just some randomness. I've been wanting to finish off my Mega Man collection. Like, I've had like 3 games I've needed for it for a long time. Actually 4. One is Wily Wars PAL version complete in box. I haven't gotten that yet. But American-wise, I was only missing 3, and I just got 2 of them this week, and that was Mega Man Battle Network 5 Double Team DS And this is actually sealed because people were wanting for complete open copies only about $5 or $10 cheaper than what I ended up getting it sealed. So I just bought a sealed one. We have Mega Man Star Force Dragon. And the only other one I'm missing now is one of the other Star Force ones. Can't remember exactly which one. Then we have Steel Battalion Heavy Armor. I ended up getting that for a few bucks. And I got a Sonic's Ultimate Genesis collection for a few dollars. I think that's it, guys. I believe so. Everything else, you can see all that. It's all that. It's all the stuff that we got while we're coming home. So thank you for watching, as always. Please don't forget to enter the random game giveaway. Just be subscribed, thumbs up the video, leave a comment down below. And that's it. I will talk to you all later. Peace.